Hey, what's up? It's TheBoysdontcry96 here, and I'm here to give you guys my top 10 favorite films of 2007. I'm not going to talk too much about this. Sorry, I'm in kind of a bad mood. I'm really not going to talk too much about this because really there's not much I really have to say about these films. First off, I'm just going to give you some honorable mentions. Hot Fuzz, Across the Universe, Ratatouille, Lars and the Real Girl, and The Savages. And Margaret the Wedding. Those are just like other films that came really close to being in here. So yeah. So number 10 is Eastern Promises, the David Cronenberg film. I think Eastern Promises is one of David Cronenberg's best films in years. I think he does a really good job at directing it. I think it has some great performances from Viggo, Naomi Watts, just everyone in general in the movie is fantastic. It's a really sharp, smart, sharp thriller that I think it's very well played. I think it's very unpredictable, and it's just a really smart film in general. Number 9, it goes to Disturbia. A lot of people are going to be mad at me for that. I don't care. A lot of people don't like it. I really liked it. So do some of my friends. I think it's one of the better mainstream action thriller movies to come out, and one of the smarter ones. I think Shia LaBeouf's fantastic in it, and yeah, that's Disturbia. Number 8 is another movie that received kind of some polarized reviews, and I guess I'm definitely one of the people who really loved it. That's Todd Haynes. That's the Todd Haynes film, I'm Not There. I thought it was a very, very well acted, well written, just a really intriguing film. You know, you're really not going to like unless you're really a big Dylan fan. Of course I am. And also, I think that the film has some really great performances, like I said, from especially Cate Blanchett, who, in my opinion, deserved to win the Academy Award. But that's just me. A lot of people don't agree with me on that, so yeah. Number 7 is one that I know a lot of people don't like. I really liked it. It's The Darjeeling Limited by Wes Anderson. I think that this is definitely one of my favorite movies of his. I'm a big Wes Anderson fan. I'd say that this is about my 3rd or 4th favorite his, behind Royal Tenenbaums and Rushmore, but I still really love it. Yeah. Number 6 goes to Superbad. I forget the name of the director, but he also did, I believe he also did Adventureland, which was great. Greg Martella, I think it is. But it's just a really smart comedy that's really funny. The humor works so well. I remember when I first saw it in theaters, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the best movie ever. And of course it's not the best movie ever, but it's still a really, really great comedy, I think, and one of the more enjoyable comedies of the past 5 to 10 years. Number 5 is another film that a lot of people don't like, and I loved it. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I thought that it's one of the best Harry Potter films in the series. Just a really great film. One of the best Harry Potter films in my opinion. So yeah. Number 4 goes to David Fincher's awesome near masterpiece, Zodiac. Pitch perfect film, really enjoyable from start to finish. Great performances from Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. Everyone in that movie is just fantastic. And yeah, Zodiac, it's just a great film. There's really like not much to say about it. Number 3 is a film that I know a lot of people would put as their number 1, and for some reason it's not my number 1. I do think that it is the best film of 2007 and one of the smartest, best films of the past 10 years, but I don't enjoy it as my top 2 favorite films, which I'll obviously say in a bit. But number 3 is There Will Be Blood. There Will Be Blood is a perfect film from start to finish. One of Paul Thomas Anderson's best films. I'd say this is my 3rd favorite of his. I can't say that I like it more than Punch Drunk Love or Magnolia, but I still really do love There Will Be Blood. Yeah. Number 2 is another one that I didn't really appear in that many top 10 lists of 2007, but it did get a lot of Oscar buzz. And it only received, I believe, like 2 Oscar nominations, but it deserved a lot more than it got. And that's Into the Wild. Into the Wild is one of the most powerful films of the past decade, in my opinion. It's currently in my top 40 favorite films of all time. It's a really enjoyable thing. I think Sean Penn does a great job at writing and directing it. I think Eddie Vedder's score, his soundtrack is beautiful. and it's just an amazing film. I also think that Emile Hirsch gives one of the most raw, energetic performances of the past decade, and it's just a really fascinating film from start to finish. Really beautifully shot, really sharp, very well written, and yeah, it's Into the Wild. Number 1 goes to Juno. Juno is awesome. There's really not much to say about it. It's just a really great pregnancy teen comedy. Yeah, so those are my top 10 favorite films of 2007, and goodbye.